Hey, what is up everyone? It's Extreme Predator here, and I am sorry about yesterday. I posted a video that was supposed to be Wookie Wednesdays, the first one ever, and the audio failed. I know, I am sorry. But what you're gonna see here is my first Battlefield. Well, it's not my first. This is like my third, because the first one I joined in late, and I met some pretty cool guys. His name is Big Poppy. Shoutouts. I just left the game with him because my Xbox lagged out, but I was playing some beta. If you want to get the beta, which is open right now, you have to go to battlefield.com, and then it says get the beta. It'll give you a code, and then you download it. But what I'm playing right now is the supporter kit. I think I use the assault kit most of all. But yeah, so this is the beta. I'm gonna basically give you guys the lowdown on it, and tell you what I think. So all the guns you see in the game that I'm using, I think, except for the recon kit, can change from semi to, from full auto to semi-auto from the switch of the bottom D-pad. That's one of the biggest changes to Battlefield, and the reason I say that is because it affects the way you shoot. Now you guys might be thinking, alright, so it affects the way you shoot your gun because it goes from semi to full, right, Danny? No, because they did that, and if you're not switching to pop fire, which is a one bullet, switches to semi, which is a one bullet per trigger pull, instead of which was pop firing, which was 3 shots. Now in this game, I think I do it a little bit. I try to pop fire, and you see my gun just fling all the way back. Now, of course, the semi-auto is supposed to help with pop firing, but it really doesn't. It just makes it a shitload harder. And really quickly, you see the MCOM station, how with the circles going full, it shows up for full team, by the way. But anyway, the MCOM state, the pop firing is pretty much dead in this game. It's impossible to do. So you're better off, instead of switching to a single shot, unless you're like, you're in a long range situation all the time. Like see here, I think, yeah, I'm trying to pop fire that guy, and I ended up just spraying him out at the end there. But the way the screen shows up, like the HUD and all that, I like it. I mean, it looks really nice. When I was looking at some for the PC, however, it looked a little bit more than modern. Looked sort of like a futuristic shooter, and that's cool and all. They want to go in that direction, but right now it's looking pretty sick. Another thing that they did was they made the knifing took a little bit longer, and like you guys actually pull out your knife. Originally it was thought to be you push LB, or is it no, push RB, and then the knife comes out, and then you have to press RB again to knife. Well, no, you press RB, your guy takes like 2 seconds to 3, pulls out his knife, and then he is supposed to swing. And I tried it, and I sat right behind the guy, I pressed it, and no kill. No kill to show for it, so, I mean, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just a bug in the game, but right now the beta is bug full of shit. Like, there are so many bugs in the game, it's not even funny. They have an aiming bug where when you aim in down the sights, it won't let you for certain guns, and then you have to swap your weapons and it'll let you aim. They have firing glitches, they have knifing glitches, what I just told you. There's sprinting glitches where your sprinting doesn't work. The maps, sometimes it's impossible to get through. Like, you just land under the map, the kill cams are messed up. But, I mean, it's beta, and I guess there's supposed to be a bullet slowdown for when you're watching the kill cam, but, it just doesn't show it to you. And then, on the kill cam, since we're on the topic of the kill cam, the way you see everything, it's a little bit different. And whenever you see the kill cams here, it's like all in the top right hand corner, you see their health, and then I think it says death ratio or some of that. But all in all, it's kind of nice. The gun customization, I think that they kind of misled us a little bit, thinking, because they said that you can change it from semi to full. They never meant, I thought that was like something you just do like full time, but no, that's in game. And when you do it, I think I do it a couple times this match, and I trying to get some nice little kill feeds going. But you can change your class, and like, of course I Battlefield 3, but you can change it down to the gun. Instead of it just being like a straight line, they have it stacked up. They show you your primary, secondary, your primary tool, your secondary tool, and then they have efficiencies. Right now I think I have sprint on, I think it makes you faster sprinting, and then they have like when you click on your gun, they have stuff. I think I'm like a level 3 or 4. And I unlocked so far the optic, ACOG, optic 4 times for the engineer class, and then the rest of assault, foregrip, flashlight, and I think railguard, and a heavy barrel. So there are a lot of customizations in the game, but on the other hand, it's kind of you only have an option to put 3, and some of them aren't clear how to use, such as the tactical flashlight. I have no idea how to turn that on. They also have night vision. I don't know if it's a glitch or not, because sometimes they'll spawn in and the whole map is blue. I don't know yet. I mean, I've only played about 4 or 5 matches of the beta on Thursday, the day it comes out for open. So yeah, the squad spawning, however, is actually a lot nicer than what it was in Battlefield 2. It's almost an instantaneous spawn once you hit A, which is very, very nice. But the way the communication, it doesn't show you who's talking. So if you're playing with some randoms, and like which I did, and some guys like, does anyone have a mic? And I go, yeah, what's up? I don't know who's talking. But if you join a squad, you know who's in your squad, and you can ask. Which, I mean, I wish they would have told you, because sometimes stuff gets hectic where people will go, oh, I need your help, I need your help. And you're playing with randoms, you don't know who needs your help and who's on the map. And the dots on the map, it's kind of a little bit harder to see your teammates, but then again, you should know that kind of helps in a lot of communication. To some extent, and the MCOM stations, I like how it takes, I think, a little bit longer, at least it feels like it, to arm one, but they show who's arming it, which I already talked about, which is really, really nice. Sorry, the different kits are pretty nice. The mix of them, though, I don't know. You have the assault, which has a defib and a heal pack. And then once the heal pack, when you throw it, your teammates can use it. I think it goes away pretty quickly though. It doesn't just like sit there for a minute or so. Once you throw one, I think they can just pick it all up and heal automatically, or you can sit there and it will take about maybe 10 seconds. It's gone. And then the defibrillators, these are like the main 2, by the way. When I use them, I noticed that I wasn't getting that many revives. They've ultimately stopped Rambo reviving. Because when you revive someone, instead of them going up instantaneously, they'll literally go into like sort of a last stand if you play Call of Duty, and all they have is a pistol and they can spin around, and then it says press A to accept, B to deny. If they hit A, you get 100 points. If they hit B, you get no points, and they still take the kill. Which is kind of alright, but I wish that they would have done it in a different sense, because until you hit A or B, you're sitting there in that final stand. So you can get a couple kills, press B before you die, and that doesn't count. Which is alright. I mean, people want to play the way they play tactics. And a lot of the guns, the pistols take. Oh wait, let me go to the kits. I'm sorry, back and getting lost a little bit. Then they have the engineer kit with the repair tool and RPG. The RPGs aren't that good for killing people. When you shoot one at someone, they don't die. It takes like maybe 2 or 3, which is alright. I mean, RPGs get a little excessive, but I mean, the only map they have is Operation Metro, which is amazing visually, and I really haven't got to see any destruction because it's kind of hard to make it to the final and 3rd tier, which is iffy. I mean, I don't think you can destroy those buildings. I haven't even tried yet, but the MCOM stations are on the 2nd floor of those 2. So if you can destroy them, then that is all coolio, but I hope that the MCOMs, I don't know, I'm kind of iffy on it, because if you can just destroy it, I can just say we're not launching RPGs and you have no chance. Then the 3rd one is the recon kit. I mean, not the recon, the support kit. I have only used that one once, and this was the game I used it in. You get an ammo supply kit to give out ammo, and that's all I've seen. And then the recon kit, which I have used on my first game, and I don't think it started with any attachments. You have to unlock it. But bullet drop on this game, I haven't seen it yet. I mean, I've taken a couple medium range shots. The hit detection is pretty spot on this game. Maybe you really can't In Battlefield 2, you were able to lead your shots, and this one is kind of hard to. It's like an instantaneous kill. Like if you shoot right on top of him, you get the kill. You don't have to really lead your shots, which is all right. I mean, see, there you go. My ammo pack is gone, but so the sniper's all right. But you kind of have no sort of zoom. It's sort of just a flare out using an ACOG until you level up. And then the pistols, however, take 5 to 6 shots to kill people. So if you're stuck in a close quarter situation, you're kind of screwed. And I haven't tried quickscoping because I'm not a quickscoper, but I know that's something I have to try. And most likely the next game I play, I will try. And then every other gun, if you were to try to pop fire, it's unbelievably bad. The recoil, however, isn't that bad when you're spraying. It's sort of like using, I don't want to say I don't know if you had to Call of Duty. In my opinion, the AKE maybe? A little bit less than the, actually no, it's maybe like the XMB submachine gun, I would want to say. Maybe a little bit less than that. From Battlefield Bad Company 2. But the nades on this map are decent. They're not that powerful. At least I haven't seen them been that powerful, and they're really, really short. But they leave some nice dents on the upper half of the map, so grass lanes, which is very nice visually. And the laying down to prone, something that everyone was worried about. Laying down, I feel like you get spotted out really quickly because you don't have that much time. But you can see it right from playing the game. There are a crap load amount of people just like sitting there, just waiting for you to turn the corner and bam, they start spraying you. Or it's a lot of crossfire, a lot of people lay down. It's kind of hard to see people when they're laying behind a body. So there's been a lot of that too. I'm hoping they're gonna fix some of that in the beta. From the beta. But the muzzle flashes, which is supposed to happen once you lay down and prone after a while, doesn't really. It's bright, but from a distance, it's kind of, you can barely see it, and from the side, you really can't. But other than that, the knifing doesn't seem that good either. The spotting system is the same. It kind of feels the same, but the arrows feel a little bit smaller. I haven't really seen anyone else spot people. I've been mainly the only one spotting in all my games. I don't know why. The feel of the game, however, is completely different than Battlefield Bad Company 2. It's not, I won't say completely, it has a similar feel, except it's very, 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 it kind of feels overhauled in a certain extent, so they overrid it because it is faster than ever. It is way faster than Battlefield 2. The bullet kills maybe 4 or 5 shots, maybe even less than that, but you die, as you can see from here, you die pretty fucking quickly. And, that's kind of cool because the games still kind of last 20 minutes, 20 to 15 minutes. I have been in 4-minute games, and, that's pretty weird. It's a lot faster. It's still very tactical, though. The reviving takes a little bit, the pushing up and whatnot is still there. But when you deploy, usually it used to be where if you were playing in Badco 2, sometimes you would spawn on the highest ranking person, so that person would have to go and hide. Well, now you kind of don't. You kind of spawn in a grouped area which pushes forward, I guess, because there's a random deploy button, which it'll usually spawn you on someone who's not aiming down their sights or firing. Basically delaying back and taking time to get there, or if everyone is shooting at people, when you're customizing, it'll just spawn you back in your spawn. The leaderboard system always highlights in white, I think, the top person, or maybe whoever you're looking at on the leaderboard. And at the end, they have a huge list of stats. It starts out with your ranking, it goes through every single thing you get. Then if you scroll over, I believe it shows you your operations, then it shows you your vehicles, and I really haven't seen that red light there, I don't know what the hell that is, but I really haven't seen any vehicles. The vehicles are only on PC so far. So you really can't, I haven't seen how the tanks react, and how this and that react, But hopefully, you know, they won't be they won't be as breakable as they might seem. Because RPGs do seem very weak in this game. I do not. I think they took out smokes too. I believe like noob tubes. Because unless you unlock them later, but you don't start out with them, so that's gone. Overall, the game is very, very nice. I just wish that the HUD was a little bit better. And then, you know, just, I don't know, something about the HUD and then the way the game looks gives a completely different feel. And here we get in one of those situations where that's not even a sniper, that's just an assault kit, and then someone's lying down right behind him, comes up and spawns on him and just kills him. Speaking of spawning on people, you also get to, if someone were to be lying down and you were to spawn on him, you get up. You basically spawn laying down. So you guys has really thought of a lot, but they didn't execute it as well as they could have maybe. But which is okay because it's a beta again. But you know, just be knowing that in this game it is a lot faster. The sniping seems a little bit easier, not too easy. You know, it still needs a couple. There's still not that crazy amount of recon guys. Out of all the classes on Operation Metro, for Rush, the most used class of every single one is in fact the assault kit. I don't know if that's going to be true for everything, but I mean, I kind of, thinking about the idea on paper, it looks pretty nice. Like, see those white lines, those are bullets, by the way. But those, which I think it's a glitch, but seeing that the LMGs weren't to get the the LMGs getting the defibs and all that seemed a little bit too strong, but now seeing that the assaults have it, you have very much a lot of mobility in this, so you know, you move ridiculously quick and you revive people. You know, you can just see here, I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna show you the reviving. I actually shoot my gun, I pick him up, he's in final stand, and then they click A, and then he gets up and he can go and do his little thing. But I mean, I don't know how it's gonna end up playing the big game. I mean, hopefully it's balanced out. Maybe it's just the fact that this map has nothing to destroy it until you get the last comp station, which I haven't seen anyone use. I mean, in the beginning of the map the maps have a nice transition. When you first start off in the map, you see that wide open area. Then it turns to the subway, which is very, I would say, very leveled out. Very sort of altitude based. It's two huge buildings, a very narrow street in between them, and a little medium station. And there's a whole bunch of windows, and you can easily scope out enemies. So, you know, looking at that, I mean, it doesn't look that great. This video's coming to a close. I just want to say one more thing. The visuals and everything else and the detail put into the game is awesome. So this is Action Predator, and this has been Wookiee Wednesdays. I hope you enjoy.